genetic engineering.
No, thank you very much. Now, my brother, I told you, I didn't need no none of their literature, did I?
Nah.
Nah, I showed how their literature ain't even proper. You making shit up.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Now, I just told you, this is the American mound builder culture. This is not Africa. Don't have no mounds.
But it'll be people from, let's say, Africa that teach that'll go against you and have their own proof.
Have their own proof of what? That goes against
Like,
a hieroglyphic?
Have you ever heard of Bobby Hemmett?
No, they can't. Bobby Hemmett said we come. What you mean? Bobby Hemmett don't support no African coming out of Africa.
No, I'm just asking. I was going to ask other people, like other names too. Like these are people I just hear about.
But Bobby Hemmett's never translated no hieroglyphics neither. So I just showed you. See, look, the pen is mightier than the sword, my brother. But the stone smashes the pen. I'll explain more to you.
And the stone comes from Kemet.
Our own people. This is our own people making these hieroglyphics, my man. It shows the milpa planting system in the hieroglyphic. There's no way to get around it.
I don't disagree with that.
There's no way to get around it. Then I show the hieroglyphic of them with the horse, which is indigenous to the Americas. There's no way to get around it. No
okay, African I got you saying.
Come and say, then I'm gonna ask you, then where'd they get this horse?
Okay, I got
Where did they get that milpa planting system? So what, you came over to the Americas, then you grabbed it and then went over to Africa? So you're telling me you came out of Africa, you didn't build any mounds at all in Africa, and then you came to the Americas and built 1 million mounds, as you can see right here. At one time, there were over 1 million ancient earth mounds in North America alone. Approximately 100,000 remain. The mound builders are the pyramid builders. The same people who built Cahokia built Chichen Itza. You see right here, Africa has massive mounds, primarily those built by termites. You got a termite culture over there. Okay? So you telling me that you came from a continent that don't have no mounds at all except for termite mounds. The termites are the mound builders in your continent. And you came to the Americas and
I haven't seen 3217. Oh yeah.
This is the map of all the mounds are all mounds. The mound builders are the pyramid builders. The mound builders are the pyramid builders. Period. The mound builders are the pyramid builders are the free energy building builders. Like Chicago, Shilaga, and all that. You ever see what Shilaga used to look like? Dang, there's mounds in Chicago. Come up here. You ever see what Shilaga? The real name of Chicago is Shilaga. You know? You ever see what it looked like? No, that's enough. It's over. It's over. Yeah, it's over. The argument's over. It was. He didn't think it was going to go down like I just showed. You want to see it? I'll show it to you. Come up. Look. This is what Chicago used to look like before they burnt it down. This is what Chicago used to look like before they burnt it down. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. This is what Shilaga used to look like. Chicago. They burnt all this down, burnt all that down, and kept this and put up telephone poles. Because this used to all light up. It lit up the whole city. So you didn't need telephone poles or none of that. This is all lit up, this whole thing. And they kept this. Made this a museum. I'm going to show you why they tore it down. Watch this. I'll show you why they tore it down. Watch this. Let me zoom in. I'm going to show you what's not there anymore. Watch. I'm going to show you why they tore it down. I'm not lying to you. You see, they call those plaster buildings, but you kept that building. It wasn't plastered. Oops, caught you in a lie. Caught you in a lie. Caught you in a lie. As you can see right here, this is why you tore it down, because someone is standing there very proud of over what he built. You tore it down to erase the identity of who built that. And it certainly don't look like it's you. Let me zoom in a little more. Oops. 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 That's why they tore it down. To erase the memory of the Aboriginal American mound builders and make up a story that we're Africans. That's why. When we are the so-called Tartarians, but we're the real Aboriginal American mound builder. That's American mound builder construction, not Tartarian, buddy. And I just proved it. That ain't a black man. No, that ain't no black man. That's an American mound builder. Africa don't have these buildings. You want to see Africa's buildings? I'll show them to you. As you can see right here, they tore it down. What you mean? What the guy? What's the dude's name? They tore it down. Good luck finding his name. Good luck finding his name. You want to know his name, don't you? So don't I. Okay? You ain't ever gonna know that name. You see? Because that's why they tore it down and erased it. Okay? Then acted like they built Chicago. You ain't built nothing. You didn't build anything. This is African, so stop calling us black people, because Africans don't build this construction, and they're so-called black, aren't they? They don't build that. So this is the American mound builder construction, the American mound builder, the Aboriginal Americans, not black people. So get that through your head. Get that through your head. And they call in these kingdoms. They call in these kingdoms. They said that this is the African kingdom. Okay? They said a king lived in there. Ain't no kings living in there, bro. Ain't no kings living in here, man. It matches with the dirt out front that the goats pooped and peed on. All right? If it rains, you're in big trouble. Big God. That's crazy. You got a sharp building, and I don't mean nice. I mean it's sharp. It's like pointy. You need a window, dude. You don't even have windows in here. Those are sharp things sticking out the side, acting like it's going to be fortified. What? It's like, what? This is not Aboriginal American construction. You don't have no water system going through this. You don't. That means that it's not conducting free energy. You don't have nothing. This ain't no black man construction, my man. That don't look nothing like that. That don't look nothing like that. So don't get us confused with no Africans, right? There ain't no plumbing in there, ain't no water systems in there. You talking about a king lived in there? Ain't no kings lived in there, man. You made it yourself up a king and whatever like that. But man, there ain't no kings, bro. There ain't no kings from Africa, bro. The Amaru Khan means the land of the kings. That's what Khan means. The back end of Khan, yes. That's what it means. The land of the kings. And they're having no kings protest in the Americas, but calling themselves Americans. Like, you so confused. There we go right here. Look. It is a variation of the Khan, the plumed serpent, as you can see right there. The serpent, the feathered serpent right there. Any depiction of a dragon, it shows it right here. Any depiction of a dragon, it shows in Mayak, which is the Americas, as you can see here. This is Mayak. You see? I'll show you, man. What? As you can see right here, this right here is the Maya and the Olmec language, and it shows Mayak, M-A-Y-A-C-H. That was the ancient land name of the Americas when it first came out the ocean, okay, before it was terraformed by the giants. You can see right here, it was called Mayak. Now, Mayak means the first lands that rose from the bosom of the deep. There was no other lands for Asians to migrate here first or Africans to migrate here first. There was no Africa. There was no Asia. There was no Europe. There was no other lands beside this land for millions of years. Then Europe came out the ocean, and then parts of Oceania, which you call Australia and things like that, then South Africa. Then you start seeing other places come out. But the Americas came out the ocean hundreds of millions, 100 million years before Africa even came out the ocean. So these people saying that they migrated here from these other lands first is preposterous. It doesn't match. It doesn't match what the Aboriginal American Olmec stories say about these lands and Maya stories, frankly. And let's go into this. It shows the earth as a seed for all you flat earthers out there. This is the Maya Olmec, our ancestors, showing that the earth is not flat. It's a round seed. It's round like a seed. It conducts energy, and that's the sphere conducts energy. That's what it does. It has the least surface mass, the least surface area, but the most internal mass. That is positive and negative charge. That is energy, dingbat. You see right here, that's how you conduct it. You can't even have something living if you don't have it. You see right here, that's what you don't get for all you flat earthers out there. You don't understand what how energy is conducted. And you can see right here, it shows our ancient ancestors show the earth as a seed, round. And you can see right here, shows a little whirling dervish. If you zoomed into it, showed a little whirly right there. And that right there is volcanic forces from the inner earth erupted and made. What you see right here is the sacred geometry shape of Ma. Let's go to the index. As you can see here, this is the Maya language, and this is the Egyptian language right here. And you can see the alphabet, as you can see right there. Now, yeah, buddy, I'm on your top. And you can see it's very, very similar. You can see right here that's in the M, you can see that sacred geometry shape of Ma right there, can't you? You absolutely can. And you can see that in this depiction of Maya, as you can see right here, the sacred geometry shape of Ma, right? And the two imixes, and imix is a breast, okay? And imix is a breast. So the sacred geometry shape of Ma, or the Ma Peninsula, what they call the Yucatan Peninsula today, pop out the ocean, and the two breasts of the planet pop out of the inner earth as the first lands that rose from the bosom of the deep. You see right here the sacred geometry shape of Ma, and the two breasts of the planet pop out the inner ocean as the first lands that rose from the bosom of the deep. There was no Asia for Asians to be the first people to come here. Your story does not match the Aboriginal American story. That migration from Asia does not match the real Aboriginal stories about America. As you can see right here, the Maya sages doubtless had reached the similar conclusion, since they called their country Maya. That is, the land first emerged from the bosom of the deep, the country of the shoot, meaning the beginning of the plant. And the Egyptians, according to Herodotus, boasted that their ancestors in the lands of the West are the oldest men on earth. Queen Mu and the Egyptian Sphinx. This book is called Queen Mu and the Egyptian Sphinx. It was written by a man named Augustus Le Plongeon. What's going on, Rico? Rico the Don, you're live. Rico the Don, you're live. I can hear you. Oh, why'd you leave? What happened? Whoa! What happened to you, buddy? What happened to you? What happened to you, buddy? You didn't want to talk no more stuff, did you? Huh? And that firepower, hot. That's a hot. Huh? That's a hot. God damn, that's that hot right there, cuz. That's that hot right there. Boy, Earth Speaks don't play no games, boy. Earth Speaks don't play no games, bro. Earth Speaks don't play no games. Earth Speaks don't play no games, cuz. You still here, but why you leave? Why you still here? But you run. Why you run? You was the one. You said you was the one in the chat. Come through. Why you run? This is mound builder. This ain't no African. This ain't no African consciousness. This don't come from Africa. This don't come from Africa. And that's the thing. All these other so-called historians from around the globe, when they come up here and they try to explain these things, like I'd let them go, right? Then when it's my turn to explain things, I'm going to make them look completely foolish. They're going to look completely foolish that people paid you to talk at all. You were never supposed to be considered as information or anybody supposed to be listening to you. Okay? Not at all. There is no first between North and South America. If it was done in North America, it was done in South America. The mounds in North America denote the antiquity. You see, we can't do that separation talk anymore. We can't talk like that. Okay? You can't talk like that. This is one land. This is Tamari. What was done in the North is taken credit for in the South. Doesn't matter because it's one land. The people in South America be like, that's my people that did that. I did that. Yeah, that's right. And you did. You see? Got to stop doing that. Stop saying, oh, is that different? No, it's not. Seeing people who built the oldest forest on the planet in Cairo, New York, made the Amazon rainforest. So, I mean, who cares? Who cares? It doesn't matter. And there's stuff up underneath it there. So what are you going to do? Who cares? We on your ancient lands and you made it through, but you got to make it to the life cycle. Still care about that. You see? Care about that. That's what matters. Yes. That's what matters here. They found these sites. See, Africa don't have nothing. Look, Africa don't have nothing even on the surface, y'all. On the surface. They got termite stuff on the surface. Look, they're finding in the Americas in 2018, researchers announced the discovery of 60,000 previously unknown Maya structures, buildings. Look, this survey led to the from the Pac Nam Foundation. Pack you out. Look, so now this is the Pack You Out Foundation right here. All right, Pack you Nam. This is the Pack You Out Foundation right here. Pack You Off the Americas Foundation. Revealed hidden houses, not teepees, not teepees. They wasn't living in no caves. Palaces, not teepees. Palaces that was in the foliage. They had to use LiDAR to detect it. You get what I'm saying? That's how what kind of antiquity we have in the Americas that these people trampled and hid. 60,000. They're not teaching this in their United States trash. Look, palaces, elevated highways. Are you telling me? Listen, this is what you got to explain this to me. Are you telling me? Are you telling me? Oh man, I would die. Oh, that's a whole nother woo, woo. Are you telling me that these incubator babies are the ones who built pyramids? Are you out of your damn mind? Are you telling me that these are the people right here that built elevated highways and palaces? Are you out of your damn mind? Are you out of your mind? They follow behind these people who haven't never built nothing either. So how you build something when you follow behind the people who ain't never built nothing? They built skyscrapers with a whole bunch of cubicles. What does that do? It's nothing. You got cubicles up in their office buildings. That's an office building, bro. You a game, dude. That's meant to be played by somebody. And I'm a somebody. I'm a somebody. I am. I'm a somebody. You mean to tell me that these people are the ones? That made hidden houses, that made houses, palaces, elevated highways, and fortifications? They came out of the Red Deer Caves in Asia? No. We were no longer allow you. Come on, bro. This whole thing was set up. This is all cities, my man. This is all cities, bro. This is in ancient times. I ain't talking about the modern cities. When they came here, they found Chicago and all that, Chicago and all that. They found cities like that. This is ancient cities from our last incarnations that we'll re-put there again. Exactly. Those is Russians. Exactly. Those is full-blown Russians that look different from different cave systems. Those Russians, dude. And they all together. Russians with the Germans, they call themselves Russians and Germans and all that stuff. Those is all the same people. They're all the freaking the chatty tribes. They come out the caves in the mountains of Europe and they start, acting friendly and then, doing the same thing they do here. Act like they're friendly and then, but they smile right in your face and just steal everything, literally, and burn your stuff down. They're like, oh yeah, no, we're the nicest people in the world. Burn everything down, send the fire department down there, tear it all up. Literally, that's what they do. That's literally how they came through the Americas. Literally. This is the most built up land on the planet. And you seeing all of this stuff right here, and then they still trying to come up with this junk talking about they said the Americas. How do you see the Americas? We're the ones who civilized Europe. It wasn't Africans. Africans did not. We're the ones who brought the buildings to Europe. We're the ones who built that stuff in Europe. We're the ones who made that a city. We're the ones who made that a place. You just got down into there recently, in the last couple 100 years, 1,000 years or so. You just got down in there. You changed everything. That's cool, though. You just got into the Americas a few hundred years ago and literally took over the United States corporation. Now you in trouble, dude. Now you got to pay for all the atrocities, too. So, okay. Yeah. Now what? Huh? Now what? Look, now it got real quiet around in here. I only dropped an hour of the information. I got a whole nother hour queued up now. I got a whole nother hour queued up, including this is the Human Genome Project. Man, dude, come around in here. Come around, messing around in here. We want to get that earth smoke. Yes, the word slave comes from the Caucasian people. These are facts and they're unequivocal. You're the ones who making me have to say it, and I'm going to say it. Who we got right here?
It's Coco. I was invited up. I don't know why. But I was asking questions in the comments, so maybe that's why.
Well, you're going to get the questions answered. That's why.
Okay.
They sent you up here so you can get your questions answered. I will answer your question. This is your first time being in here?
No, this
we gotta
my
know who you are
third.
first.
I've spoken to, you said, tell you what? I'm sorry.
What's your name? Where you come from?
I'm Coco. I'm from Georgia. I've spoken to you several times because you actually helped me, like, I don't know the word I want to use. I guess unlearn or relearn. So I'm at a point to now I'm realizing, like, for instance, we can talk about Thomas Jefferson. Well, his parents were immigrants. And so I feel like somehow either he's made up or his identity was stolen by a real Black man with some similar type name. Like my family, for instance, I believe we are direct descendants of Howard politicians who have been whitewashed or manipulated. And so I'm trying to find our true history. Now, this is the crazy part. I have found a lot of James Howards who have been hung.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Hung, killed. Like my lineage goes back to the 1700s. I believe his name was James Tex Howard. And he was killed.
Okay. Well, we're not doing genealogy here.
Okay.
But I can't tell you about your genealogy. I don't do that. What I do is our ancient histories here and around the globe. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
The thing is, I show that this is the land of the kings by my royal qualities. You see what I'm saying? I show my royal qualities. And that, absolutely trace your genealogy and things like that. Trace that stuff. Find out things about your stuff yourself, because you're going to find out that you're very interesting. And Blacks just don't say enough about you. You see what I'm saying? That's what you're going to find out. So certainly do that. But do we rest our everything on that? No, we do the work. You see what I'm saying? Let me show you some of that. We're going to see that work. This is the Bali Temple in Indonesia. Shout out to the Polynesian brothers and sisters, because y'all are from the Americas. And the real Aboriginal Polynesian people who they're in here all day, every day. And they know we've broken down those stories. I show even in recent histories, from ancient history to recent history, I can show that the Polynesians are from the Americas. It's unequivocal. But so shout out to y'all. And this is one of the places over in like the islands over there, Indonesia, right?
Okay, I'm understanding. Mm-hmm.
But this right here shows us, our Polynesian, and us, our royal lineage going over there. You ever seen this? Put a 2 in the chat. You ain't never seen this right here.
No, I've never.
Yeah, you need to go get the
that.
books. You need to go get my books, and that stuff is what matters.
I was looking for your books, but when I went to Amazon, I don't even know what to search because I don't.
My name. Just search my name, Alex Dunbar. Alex Dunbar.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Look, let me show you. Here go one of my books right there. This is one of my books. My other book is right here. Let me see.
My ass got on there looking for Earth the Atlantic. I was like, I don't see.
Nah, my name is Alex Dunbar. My name is Alexander Albert Thor Dunbar, the Royal Prince of the American Clans, literally, of the Amaru Khan.
Okay.
Straight up.
Thank you.
When the Earth Speaks is on Amazon right now. That I wrote that 2 years ago. This is my new book. I just dropped on the planetary alignment February 28th this year. Right here, the new Popol Vuh. Popol means people, Vu means books. Book that tells the whole history. All of these, my books break everything down scientifically. My first book is the foundation scientifically of who we are. This right here tells the history, so they can't be like, oh, this is just fables or whatever. I wrote that first book. See what I'm saying? So now it gives me freedom to write this book. You see what I'm saying? In substantiation. Feel me? So then this tells the whole history of the world through the hieroglyphics and everything. That's this book right here. That's this book.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay, I'll go buy them today now that I know the name you wrote them under. Nice.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, get that bad boy. They're full color. It's full color. The whole thing is full color. Look. I'm going to show you. It's full color. Let me try to get it up in the air for you. Can you see that? Look. It shows you how to read the cuneiform in the back. That's the bonus chapter in the back. What? I break down everything. Break down where all the religions come from.
All right, you showing too much. Now you showing too much.
I'm sure that I got the whole thing. Them horses and all that I just showed. All the hieroglyphs. It shows like their genetics. All that, man. I break it down in this book, y'all. I show the giant faces. All that, man. I'm a beast. Nobody is even able to even write a book like that.
I know. I haven't. I've been over here trying to write my own book. I'm confused. I'm like trying to explain it to my family.
Oh, wow. You get that book, you be like, dang. It makes things unequivocal. It breaks it down. It breaks it down where you can see it. And I talk like we talk. And I don't make the words all small and make a paragraph to say nothing. I get right to it and I say right what I'm trying to say, and I don't pull no punches. I say it.
What can I ask you? How long? I do see somebody say years of research. So yes, and I do remember talking to you and you said I've been all over to these places. I can verify stuff. But when I do buy these books and I'm ready to show my family what I mean, because they are
having me in the books. I'm in the first book. I'm all in the first book. I show you all the different sites I've been to, all the different things. I show you standing next to the Olmec heads, climbing Cholula, everything.
So when
all those pictures are all color in the first book.
When they have questions as far as other resources, do you also list books that may be outside of your journey?
Listen, when you go in them books, your cup gonna run over. Your cup is gonna run over with the knowledge. You don't understand what those books are. You gotta go get the books, man. You're gonna understand what I mean. You ain't gonna need nothing else. I'm going to write more books. Once the people start getting the books, then we got a few hundred sales, but that's, I'm not worried about sales. I'm worried about thousands of people should have those books. You see what I'm saying? Raise the frequency of the planet, man. It's not like I'm making millions of dollars off them books. I made them very affordable for people to get. You know what I mean? I didn't do like a lot of these people out here and make them like, you know, $500. Oh, it's a masterpiece. It's $500. I ain't do that because I'm interested in you having the stuff. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with the clothes that I made. I took all the shipping and handling because I added that into the price that we eat, and you just get your clothes. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm interested in you just having your stuff.
Hold on, what's the name of the clothes? Is that what you have on now, Amaru?
Yeah, the Amaru stuff's in the links in my bio for that stuff. But the other stuff's on Amazon. So yes, you see what I'm saying? You gotta go get the books, and then you're gonna understand. Like, damn, you're gonna be going through the cuneiform. There's so much in those books. You're gonna be looking at stuff on your own, trying to be going through in there. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna take you on a journey through your own self, basically. You ain't gonna be all spacey. You're gonna be all. It's gonna literally have you like that. Literally, gotta get the books, man. Gotta get the books, man. Yes, but I'm gonna show you something. Let's go into something. One of the translations with the enhancements that's in the book. Shall we?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, this is the Bali Temple in Indonesia. This is in this book right here. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Nobody else can even write that book because they can't translate that. See what I'm saying? I'm going to show you what I mean. Have you ever seen this? Put a 2 in the chat. You ain't never seen this. Don't go on mute now. Coco, come on.
Well, my baby in the background, but no, I haven't seen that before.
Okay, tell me what you initially see here.
We're going to go see a bike.
All right, let's go to the bike.
It looks like a baby over there climbing a tree and some kids.
That's right, and that is what's going on. That's right. Look, watch this. That is a bike. See that bike right there? Not only is it a bike, you can see right here, you can see the eye, the eyebrow, the eye, the nose, the mouth, and the chin of a dude, the Slavic dude riding the bike. He got a dress on, like a dress with a beanie hat. You can see the beanie hat in his ear. Can you see that?
Yes, I see it.
Okay, it looks like this is the real-time picture of the Caucasian slave in the Barbary slave trade. You see? These images are in my book. Gotta go get the book. You see that?
Oh, wow.
It shows him riding that bike. You see? Now, this is the enhanced images. That's what I'm saying. These are the enhanced images. This enhanced image is in the book. You see what I'm saying? You gotta go get the stuff. It helps you read through the hieroglyphics. Yeah. There's even more of this translation in the book than I'm even going to show you on here. This shows you a lot more things in here in the John. But it shows how the Slavic slave will go from the slave to the NFL owners, as you can see here by the eye, the nose, the mouth, and the chin of the Patriots logo.
Oh, wow.
See the Patriots logos right there in that hieroglyphic. And you can see it shows you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it does. It shows it in there.
It sure is.
It sure is, isn't it? Let me see something real quick. Look. You see, this is.
Oh, that's good stuff.
You see what I'm saying? Go get the books, man. Stuff's in the book.
Oh, yeah, they can't deny that.
No, ain't no denying it. And they can't stop it. That's what I'm saying. It's way past Are We From the Americas? I'm showing some stuff. Now, look, you can see right here. What's that look like right here?
Well, that's a tire, right?
That's a wheel. That's right. And what else do you see here?
It looks like somebody falling.
That's right. Mm-hmm. What else?
That's all I really can see.
Okay, you can see he's getting ran over. He got a book in his hand. Is getting ran over by that bike, right?
Mm-hmm.
His knowledge getting ran over. See? And you can see a leg and a foot coming down on his chest too. See that?
Mm-hmm.
There's a face right here of the dude who's putting the foot down on the wild nature of the American nature. Look. And it's this dude. Look. Tell me who this is. Chin, mouth, nose, eyeglasses, frame. They made him superhero glass because everybody's trying to make him out to be their superhero. Loopy-soupy haircut. Who's that?
Is it super? I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, it's Superman.
No.
Who is that? Trump? I like Trump.
You guessed it.
What the fuck?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. You ain't gonna need nothing else. You go get my books. I know what I'm doing.
Oh,
you see that?
My mind is blown. I don't know what I'm looking at.
You see it now. Yes. Now you can see right there. You see that?
Barron Trump, right? And when that his name.
Look, you can see, looking at him, look, you can see an eyebrow right here, the eye, the nose, the mouth, the tooth, and the chin of the reptilian pressing him. Oh, it's real out here. See, that's the Saturn shapeshifter right there that controls that man. You see, that's why they're not going to let him stop, because they know it's over for them. It's over for them. He has delusions that they're feeding him, but they know better. They know what it is. Look. So here you see right here, look. Now that you look at this. Now that you see where we are, right? Look, now you see plain warfare happening in Iran, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
And you see right now somebody pushing right here, pushing their child up on this thing. You start this. This is the end of their cycle. This is the beginning of ours, the light cycle. So you need to make the light cycle. You see? That's why my books are very important. You need to battle against the dark forces in a certain way. And those books teach you how to do it. Fruits and flowers offerings and things like that, battle against their blood offerings, because they do blood sacrifice.
Right.
They do blood sacrificing. You see what I'm saying? And we have to combat that. Can't just let that just ride, man. Can't just let that ride, yo. We have to beat that up, and that's how we win. And this is how we've already beat them. But for the people who would like to make the life cycle, man, you got to do the cultures. Do your fruits and flowers offerings to the sun, because you see he's out there. He's back, and he's starting to get comfortable. And
it's cold where I am.
It don't matter. You know, I'm gonna tell you something. People that say that, you know, I tell you, when you don't feel that cold on your skin no more, that means you're dead. So go have a human experience, man. You're gonna be all right. It ain't gonna kill you to get that out there. Rain, hail, sleet, or snow, we out there, Atlantean style. It means you ain't here no more. You get? When you don't feel that cold on your skin no more, means you're not here. Okay, so you here to have a human experience. You're gonna be all right. Did you die though? No, you didn't. No.
Well, thank you for showing me that, and yeah, I appreciate it. I need to go get the books now that I know. Like I said, I didn't know what they were under.
That's all I'm real as it gets. These books right here, but that's the scratching the surface. You got to go in there and take the mental ride, man. That drawing take you somewhere else, man.
Well, yeah, thank you for doing the work for me. Because again, like I said, without them books, shoot.
I always promote that there's a lot of our leaders that are locked up and in these prisons, and some of them be getting out real soon. So it's good for you, even if you're going to get the book, to send one to see if you can check with the prison first to see what if it's soft cover. I think it's mostly soft covers you got to send in now. You can't send in hard covers no more. Send in the soft cover to the people, to our brothers and sisters that's locked down by this corporation also. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yes. Send that in too. So that's a good thing for them. That jump right there, if you put that book in that prison, it's gonna go around the whole prison and unlock everybody. Because literally, I've been locked up before. I did time before. You see what I'm saying?
Too.
So
yeah, because they made us a part of the system. Yeah.
One book, go around the whole tier, and then it, get out that tier, go to some other tier. Be like, yo, I need to get that when everybody done on that done. Mm-hmm. That book, everybody read that book. And you read those books, it's going to do something different than reading a Sidney Sheldon book or see what I'm saying?
Right. Because it's all been white, so I don't want to say nothing,
All the receipts is in them books. Yeah. That's why I know they're wiping the holes, everything. Yeah. But all the receipts is in them books. So.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go. I gotta fix my baby some breakfast. But thank you for always. It's a pleasure. I'm about to go get the books today. And
I'm gonna give you the follow so you can go to the library. I got a whole library of stuff. All right.
Okay.
Peace.
All right. Peace. I'll talk to you soon.
Peace to the people, man. We're gonna upgrade our people. The ones that like to be upgraded. There's a lot of people who don't care about any of that. They just watching to see what's going to happen. They thought that something was going to happen to me, but now you're starting to see that ain't nothing happening to me. Literally, the whole cosmos would descend upon this whole program if they even got even close to even being remotely anywhere near me in that way. So. Let's hope that I hope you're that stupid to try to even do it. Like that's what I hope, that you try to do a collective cleduge to yourself. Go ahead. I'll meet you there. I'm gonna match your energy. Trust me. I'm going to match it. I'm going to match it and surpass it. And then you're going to listen to what I tell you to do. Yeah, you are. I'm not even into telling people what to do, but I'm going to tell you what to do. You're going to do it. Yeah, you are. You just don't know it yet. But we do. We know that that's the end of your cycle. Whether you want to sit there and deny it or watch Billy Carson or whatever like this, Billy Carson can't tell you what this says. I'll say it again. Billy Carson can't tell you what that says. I'm a published author about what that says. You get what I'm saying? I'm not playing no damn games out here. Don't let the hoodie and the gold chain fool you. I'll be trying to have to hold myself back from going ferocious on this whole thing. None of the scholars who ever wrote a book, can tell you what that says. This is also in my John also. This is in my second book too. This is the cuneiform. Put it to the chat. You ain't never seen. This is a picture that I took myself of a bag that has the cuneiform in it. Put it to you ain't never seen the actual translation of this cuneiform. I'm gonna show you that Enlil Enki story is bull crap. The whole thing's bull crap. And I showed this in the bonus chapter of my second book. Go teach this to your children, man. Teach your people, man. Don't be watching. Don't do the thing. Watch, me dribbling around, cut in the lane, and I'm gonna give you the poof. And you go ahead and throw that joint, yam that thing. So this right here is going to the cuneiform. We can see all the indentations in the bag here, right? I'll show all the indentations in the bag, right? This is their translation of it right here. As you can see right here, Sumerian cuneiform stock illustrations. You can see right here, right? So let's pay attention to, let's get pretty particular. See right here, it says it shows some Johns like this. You can see them. They're little lines like that, right? So this is what they say, how they read the cuneiform, right? They said these lines right here with these little Johns. You see that? You see that? You see that right there? This is how they made up the Enlil and Enki story. Look, you see that? Look, and you see the little Johns right there? Okay. They said this is a letter, that's a letter, this is a letter, this is a letter, and that's whatever, right? No. That ain't how you read this. I'm going to show you. Did not get the jump. Zoom into here. Actually, let me show you. Watch. Don't look at this. Don't look at this piece right here. You see. Look at this space right here. See that space? See the space? Watch my finger. See that space right there? Watch. You see the Z. Look. Z. This is a 3D bubble letter. You can even see an E right there. It's the Mirko language and everything. Look. The 3. Look. The 3. That's a key that unlocks your dormant DNA. You can see right here, these little rocks right here, and a mountain range in the back, and a scary beetle. This will start popping out to you like 3D graffiti bubble lettering, y'all. This is bubble letters, man. These people don't know because this ain't their culture. That's why I told you. It's like Donald Trump explaining the Tupac album. They ain't gonna see the bubble letters, man. They ain't gonna see it. Look, I'm gonna show you. Look, you can see the head right here, the arm reaching out, the bag in his hand, and he's sitting down. You see the I with the round dot. I, Z. Come on, bro. Stop playing around with me. Up here, you can see the snake. This is in my second, man. This is my second book. I smashed these things out of the park. Okay. There is no more park. There is no more game. This is straight sun knowledge, bro. That's unmatched on this planet today. I show how to do this, dude. These people are not on the level here. You see right here, look. You see these knuckles? Watch this. I'm going to show you this. See the eye? They said that these people predate the Egyptians, but look. The eye, the other eye, the nose, the mouth. You see the mouth right here, the chin. You can see the side of the hood of the Sphinx right here, and the shoulders of the Sphinx right there. See the knuckles? See the shadow of the knuckles? Underneath the shadow, you see two pyramids. You see that? And that's how you read that. That's how you read this. This is a map with words to it too. There's words and it tells you directions. It's a map, dude. This is not no Enlil and Enki Marduk came here for gold story. No. Our ancient ancestors are very, very intelligent, and they told us many and very profound things in these artifacts, not a bedtime story. As you can see right there, this is in the back of my second book. And that's why I'm trying to tell you, you ain't going to need no other book when you go in here. You're going to be sitting there in that book trying to read the rest of this. That's what you're going to do. That's what you're going to do. Look, also in that hand, watch. This is also in my second book. You see, it shows the giants in the hands of the Sumerian hieroglyphics. You see, look, New York Times. Look, upon opening one large mound, this is Wisconsin, at Lake Lawn Farm, 18 skeletons were discovered by the Phillips brothers. The heads, presumably those of men, are much larger than the heads of any race which inhabit the Americas today. This is the description. Watch this. From directly over the eye socket, the head slopes straight back and the nasal bones protrude far above cheekbones. And the jaw bones are long and pointed, bearing a minute resemblance to a head of a monkey. Really? This is the Sumerian hands holding the bags, right? Turn them sideways. Watch. You turn it sideways, you see the actual description that newspaper clipping described. As you can see right here, profile picture, the eye. This is a head wrap, and the head slopes straight back. The nasal bone protrudes, long nose, two lips blowing a kiss, and the jawbone is long and pointed, bearing a minute resemblance to the head of a monkey. This is our actual ancestors, the giants. As you can see right there, man, those depictions of the Sumerians I showed as the so-called Black Americans shows their ancestors in the mounds, man. Shows who's in the mounds. It shows that they're descendants of the giants, man. It shows it right in their hands. You can see it again right here. You see? Turn it sideways. Watch. It's the same thing. You see that? Yes. Exactly. Look. These are the real translations of the hieroglyphics. And I told you they're in my books. They're in my books, and they're beautifully displayed in the books. Beautifully displayed. That's what I try to say. Nobody else can even write a book like that except for me. Look. They're beautifully displayed in the book. Y'all better stop playing around, bro. If you don't got that, you don't know nothing. And that's just a fact. If you don't have these books, you don't know anything. It's just simple as that. As simple as that. It ain't no literature just going to do it. And that's the same. See that right there, as you can see right here, I'm doing the same thing in those books that they're doing in these hieroglyphics. You see, they do some words and some pictures. You see? Some words and some pictures. And it don't even take a whole lot of words to tell you. I'm showing it. Let's find out who knows nothing. Who? Let's see. This is unlocking your DNA right here, y'all. You see? The name of this second book. You got to get the first book. The first book is called When the Earth Speaks. You got to get the first book to even. The first book got all the Johns in there. It has the Sumerian, how they got the maze. Oh, let me get the book. Where's the other book at? Reading it? Oh. All right, I don't know where it's at. Alex has it. He's reading it. First, Alex been reading the book. So the first book is this is the first book. It shows how we planted the oldest forest on the planet. It shows the Sumerians planting the milpa planting system in those hieroglyphics. All that stuff I just showed a minute ago. It shows how Pangea is not real. through all and everything. I break it down scientifically because they don't have the Devonian sites and the thermohalion conveyor. I break all that stuff down. I show who the Olmec are. I break down the Olmec hieroglyphics in there. The Sumerian hieroglyphics get broke down in here. The Olmec hieroglyphics get broke down in here. I show all the water system, how I show the maps of how we have 250,000 rivers in North America. Africa only got 67. I show all the maps for all the freshwater springs. I show we dwarf the whole planet in freshwater. I show how all the crops and all that come from here. I show how the Gullah Geechee planet made the Ogeechee River in this book. I show all that stuff in here. Yes. And I have a photo gallery of all the places, all the different sites that I went to, all that at the end of the book. It's nice. It's nice. There's areas in this book where you can write down things, study, because this is a study John. The second book is like a textbook, but it's a story in story form. It's a story kind of. This right here is scientifically textbook. You see what I'm saying? That joint right there is the same thing, but it tells the story. So literally, you just get lost in that whole thing, man. It's wild. First book is fire. Yeah, but you can't even understand the second book because in the second book, I talk about how the Sumerians created the horse and all of that in the second book. So you gotta like how the Aboriginal American mound builders created the horse in the America in the second book. But in the first book, you don't even know about the Sumerians. I don't talk about the Sumerians, but in just that one little, couple little instances. But in the first book, I show how the so-called Sumerians are the Aboriginal so-called Black American mound builders, really. You see, I show that in this book. So you have to get this book to even really be caught up to even read that book. You see what I'm saying? I know a lot of people want to just go get the hieroglyphics and all that. But there's hieroglyphics. I translate a couple hieroglyphics in here too. I show the Chiapas. I show how the Olmec face and the landmass matches the X and the I. I show all that in here. I break down the Olmec colossal heads. All that stuff's in here, man. I show who they're recognized as the Shiamaru today. There's a whole nother tribe called the Shiamaru. There's a couple of different tribes. We're all the Olmec people. So it's, you know what I mean? If you started a tribe and you want to make it whatever you want to make it, you could. You see what I'm saying? But in my mind, tribalism is what destroyed us. So I'm here to get rid of it. I'm not here to have tribalism. No more tribalism. So we're all the same people up and down the lands. Don't get that confused. Like, you turned a healthy way to compete in an innovation into a toxic business morality, and we can't have it anymore. So we're just going to go away from it. We don't need it. We're going to innovate. Let's go. Oh, I know you are. I mean, who? I mean, if you don't have the books, you don't know, man. You don't know. So that's a lot of people don't know, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yes. They think that pyramid building comes from Africa. It's crazy. Teach this to your children. I made it to where everybody can see and read that stuff. We're different because of this. We got around people who are never fit to be around a civilization. Those people brought a morality here that's no morality at all. It's just, you know what I mean? I'm not here to learn how to operate alongside of them. I'm here to get rid of their whole system. And that's what I'm doing. I show in my books and in my knowledge and all of that stuff that there's nothing that they ever said is anything. Nothing that they ever said is anything. No. I even show how Homo sapien in that second book is not. I show how Homo sapien is not real in there. I talk about Carlianus, all of them. I break it all down how it's impossible. Yeah, break it all down. Yeah, I go in. My third book is going to be about the colonization of the Americas, and I'm going to break down and put all the pieces back together and show. It's kind of like, I don't know, man. I don't know how I'm going to do that book, really, man. I'm not really sure I'm going to do that book. Because I was going to make a Sun book, like all translations, literally start the book off, literally one translation after another, just me translating all the hieroglyphics with enhancements. But that would entail me having to enhance all the hieroglyphics again, and then I don't have the permission even to do it right now. Like the Sun don't want me to do it. He don't want me, because that book would have to have all the new things, all the new, like, it would have the Berlin Green Man, the Shoebill Stork, the Badlands Guardian, Tablet of the Kings, Great Sphinx of Giza. Like, none of that stuff made the second book. You know what I mean? Like, things like that. I there's so many different things. Like, I can't even. Some of the Emerald Tablet leading up to where we are. Man, so many different things. I can't even think. So many different things, bro. Yes, the Homer Simpson stuff. The Emerald, the Emerald, Prince Alex's Emerald. That whole Emerald in there. All that kind of stuff. I mean, just breaking that down going to take, it's a lot, and it's exhausting to think about trying to even do something like that. Yeah, there's a Homer Simpson John, and people are like, that ain't real. Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah, it is. Like, I can keep going. The Shoebill Stork joint, the Shoebill Stork. See, I ain't allowed to put that stuff in there. I ain't allowed to put none of that in there. I ain't allowed to do that. I'm saying too much, and that's just doing too much. Later on, you know what I mean? They just don't want me doing it. The dinosaur John, that John's fire too, man. That's so cool. The Laguna Copper Plate. Like, there's so many things that, the Akhenaten statue, freaking, oh no, man. We can go on and 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 on, bro. We can go on and on and on and on. I don't even know what else to say. The Akhenaten John is so fire, bro. The statue's so cool, man. It's like, what a cool statue. Yeah, it's just like, we've done so much work when we're looking back on that stuff. Like, I try to remember all the things, but I can't. I can't remember it. There's so much. We did Shoebill Stork beaks. We did freaking sides of sharks. We did, goddamn, man, we did everything, man. We did sun, obviously, many times. Did the moon, there's so many things. I'm having a brain fart. The kiss joint, yeah, I can't even, so many things. I'm having a brain fart. It's crazy. The man laying on the couch with his dog. Shiroko, the bag from Shiroko. We did that whole John in there. Oh, goodness. We just looking back on all that stuff, man. Shout out to the Atlanteans, man. We put that working out here, dog. No wonder they can't get up out of that thing. We binded them. We bound them in all directions. The Indonesian John I just pulled up a second ago, the freaking uniform, you know what I mean? The mine shaft in Indiana, the mountain in Peru. Come on, man. Wait, yo, bro. The Sumerian giant hands, the Sumerian coming from here, the horses. Come on, bro. Yeah, Badlands Guardians, everything, brother. Come on, bro. Tablet of the Kings, everything, man. There's and look, and we said all that, and we forgot some stuff. The Easter Island heads. There's another look. I told you, look, and we forgot some stuff. There's stuff that we're missing. We're not even remembering. There's stuff. We forgot more knowledge, more things, but the knowledge is recorded. You see what I'm saying? If somebody actually be like, "Oh snap, that's in them one, John." That's how much work we did. We just kept our head down this whole time, doing it, and now we back in like, dang. The Great Sphinx of Giza. I never even said that. We did the side of the spell that was on the side of Tutankhamun's John. We did that too, and did the face, and did the mask. Showed that the face was in the noses and all of that, John. Showed the whole John. We did everything, man. We did the Johns from the one from Asia, the 3 Johns. Remember the B-Trip came up here and expounded upon the translation. We did them, the apologetic. The Temple of the Jaguar, of course. We did that one too. Man, we did everything. We did everything, bro. We even did the side of Chichen Itza. Seen the lady in the Chichen Itza inside of on the side of this. Did everything, man. There ain't nothing there. What didn't we do? What didn't we do was the question. What didn't we do? What didn't we do? We did the joke. We did like there's like things that we did that we ain't even mentioning. Stuff that we did, but we ain't even mentioning with the Sky Cousins and all that in there and all that. We ain't even mentioning all that stuff. Yeah, we did those Shiroko, all that, but that's like, man, good grief. It's a lot of stuff, man. Including the cuneiform translations and the whole thing, man. Like, that's exhausting just trying to bring up all the things that we did. But you see why they kept us with blinders on like this. Kept us with blinders on and just kept going. And we mowed through everything. Like, now we're looking around, licking our chops like we're hungry again. I'm hungry again right now. I'm ready to eat. Like our souls and our souls, we eat and eat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Sumerian king, Sargon, all that stuff became, you know what I mean? The king being Sargon stuff, all that stuff, man. You know? There's so much, bro. Yeah. It's wild, man. There's stuff that we didn't bring up right there. There's thousands. There's got to be thousands of things that we translated that, you know, there's no way we can even quantify how many things we went over and we seen. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Yeah, that's what we're doing. They're crashing out, man, every single solitary day. You see what I'm saying? Do your fruits and flowers offering, dirty self. Have you done that? Do that. You see, you chasing a bag, you chasing a bag of cash, but you ain't chased the right bags. You got to go do your fruits and flowers offerings, homie. Do your fruits and flowers offerings, man. You want to do some gangster stuff? Oh, you have? All right, beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. I love it. I appreciate you, though. How dare I disrespect your gangster? How dare I do that? Excuse me, my brother. Excuse me. My Atlantean brother. Excuse me. We appreciate you. Yeah, we're not done. We're not done. Yeah, we ain't done. We still going. Still going. I translated the side of these pyramids too and unlocked some people in the side of these pyramids. I've done it, man. It's crazy. It's wild. So many things. Too many things. Like not too many, but it ain't enough. We need more. So, do the offering when the sun is up. Best time to do it. You know what I mean? When the sun is up. If you don't see him and he's getting blocked by the clouds, that's where you got to do your offering and bring him out. Help him bust through that thing. You know, when the sun is up. Help him bust through. He'll bust through. You'll see. He'll come out for you. Yeah, he will. Mm-hmm. Very thankful for the sun. I'm noticing that he's doing so many different movements, man. He's doing way different movements. Bring him out. Bring him out. Straight up. His movements are completely different. He's doing whatever he wants. Just like we are. That's what we appreciate. He's doing the whole thing, man. Like, I can never say exactly what he's gonna do. Like, what I can never keep track of how his movements. It's. I'll get it down. I'll get it down. I do know. I keep track of it somewhat, but he's doing more and more. You know what I mean? So yes. Mm-hmm. We need to do a all together Earth offering, and then right before the solstice comes. And when that solstice comes, boy, it's gonna be boy that thing. Boy, let's go. When the solstice hit, mm-hmm. We need to do an Earth offering, man. All of us. It's kind of like shift gears into the Earth offerings real quick, just real fast, and then we'll for the solstice we'll click back in. Click back in and try to get Mama Earth. You know, now that we done brought the sun closer and closer. Obviously, still do our sun offerings, but let's start focusing on some local stuff out here, putting it around. I appreciate everybody that helped us do all of this stuff. Our reward comes later. You see, when the Earth replenishes herself and all of that stuff like that, that's when we get replenished because her frequency is our frequency. You see what I'm saying? We connected to it. So that's the whole thing. That's when you get your gifts. That's when you get rewarded. You know we'll have our technology though, so those are gifts. Those are our gifts also, but our real reward is when our Mother Earth is back to her regular form again. And then we can make her as beautiful as possible. And then we'll, we ain't gonna keep the same look on her all the time. We'll switch her out. We'll switch her out and make her even change her clothes, give her a change of clothes all around the globe. You know what I mean? And we'll figure out how that looks, and we'll keep it fresh and new, and just keep it going. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll keep y'all comfortable and innovate. That's what we need. That's what we like, and that's what we'll have. With that, I want to pay divine honors to the universe, divine honors to our Father, the Sun, divine honors to our ancestors, divine honors to our beautiful planet, Mama Earth. Let's go, Mama Earth, and our ancestral lands, Tom Mary. You might know as the Americans. I appreciate everybody who came in here. We just talked through the thing. I didn't really get into the Genome Project and all that stuff because we talked about enough things for you to go ahead and absorb. Go get the books if you haven't got. Just go get the books. Best thing for you. Shout out to the donators, gifters, and subscribers. Appreciate you. I don't know about the Atlantean game anymore, man. We're gonna leave it alone. I think I'm leaving that alone for a while, man. That's why I ain't really done it, man. We don't have a lot of participants in that. Not enough for my liking. So it kind of irks my nerves. Like right now, just thinking about it, it's kind of like, yeah, I ain't doing it. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I was like, eh. Some people just don't want to be in that kind of thing. So it's the same for people every time. I just don't want to do it. Cool. I'm cool. Shout out to all the people who donate, gift, and subscribe and push us to bring this content to you on a day-to-day basis. And that's what we do. You see homeboy that was supposed to come in here and debate didn't show up. Shout out to the people who like the stream to 160,000 likes, pulling up on 160,000 likes. We had 2,200 people come through the live stream, 21 new followers, and 56 gifters. Really appreciate the people who came in here. You see, these people don't possess the knowledge that we possess here. They don't. Yes, the slave trade. Yes, I spoke about the slave trade. Slave trade. The Caucasian people were the slaves that were brought in slave trade from the Barbary coast of Africa. Yeah, they were. Yes. I showed the pictures and everything. Yeah, I'm gonna go munch. I'm gonna go munch on something. I don't know what though. I'll figure it out. Try to munch something, man. I'm out of hash browns. Gotta get some hash browns from the stove. Or I would probably just get me an egg burrito. Can't get that. We'll have to figure it out. We'll figure it. I appreciate everybody who came in here. I want to give y'all the full 2-hour program here. An hour and 48 minutes. I'll see y'all later, man. Shout out to the moderators. Without them, we wouldn't have this stream, man. Make sure you're doing your fruits and flowers offerings, man. All right? That piece of the Atlanteans. Yeah.
So the men that do know and to step forward and take position and grab these children and teach the school teacher, you can preach all you want, but you got to go out there, grab their hands, and let me show you something. Hey, I got a friend over here with an auto mechanic shop. I see you like tools. Why don't you come over here and spend some time at this shop and do some things like this? It takes us to grab. The women can say what they want and do what they want to do. They can run over there with white tea, AG, Puerto Rican, or whatever. But when you become a black man, ain't nobody gonna really like you because you get somewhere. And we have to do that.
All I'm saying is when we strong together, there's nothing that can break it.
I agree.
I think
I think you just missed the point of what he was saying with that gorilla. It's that primal. It's the same thing. You're saying the same thing, just in a different example, Mel. Because where does that child that you talk about hungry come from? The woman. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why the power all comes back to the women, man. It's like he was saying, if a man's nature is to provide, protect, you understand, and be that security. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's our nature.
I feel like he's not
Innately.
being
Look,
allowed to do that.
I call it the contaminated wounds, man. If you're gonna plant your seed in some contaminated soil, you're gonna soon eat contaminated food. We're doing it right now. We don't grow our own food. We don't do anything. So everything we nourish off of is contamination. So if you got a distraught, emotional, depressed, anxietized woman and you don't know how to till the land and bring out of it and help change and bring something better to life, what you think the child gonna feed off of?
That's what we talking about.
I've been saying it for years. I know what you're saying, but what he said was every man for themselves. You
No,
can't
It is
be
every
with
man for themselves.
he said that's basically what society has become within our community.
For your American.
You understand? Is that our community has become selfish. It's about making sure I got mine. I'm not worried about you and yours. This is what we've come to.
I hear what you're saying, but there's a certain class of people that wake up and say, what's my self-worth? I want to live my best life. And when
Of course.
you seeing males doing that, then that's a problem. So I understand what you're saying, but if you got a problem with a vehicle, you find it, either you rebuild it, reconstruct it, fix it, repair it, and we not repairing it because we got too many of I like they call me pygmy, say we have too many of them not gracing us that got the power to do things. When you start to make the movement, we got a nonprofit. I be in the neighborhoods, not just mine, everywhere else. I be in Mississippi helping people, in Texas helping people. You see this all around. The young males that should be, like she said NBA young boy, the young males that should be pulled away and taught something different. We let straggle alone. I see men do it all the time. They ain't my son. They ain't my child. F 'em, F 'em. I see it all the time, man. Then you made them dangerous, and you wonder why they doing what they do. You got to grab them. Every male that I done dealt with, and I can bring them to you. Every young male,
So you think
school,
that every man is supposed to do what you're doing? Doesn't everybody
Yes.
have different gifts?
no,
To a
not
certain
what I'm
extent.
saying.
Because
To a
everybody is
certain
not
extent.
community
If you had
activists.
something to offer, if you had something to offer, and you know you got something to offer, just go out there and help these young males. These young males have been misled for generations. I could have
Right.
been
And that's what it's
misled.
about.
I could
That's
have
what
been
it's
misled.
about.
I'm thinking I could have been the captain of GD and a whole bunch of other things, but I left that alone because I said, man, look at us, look where we going. And I'm a high school dropout.
That's our generation, bro. And that's
Can I
what I be getting on these
can I say
panels
this?
now, expressing the other brothers real quick.
Hold on, we got to get Chris in. He's new, and Shimmy and MC, y'all can open up the open panel after Chris gets his 3 minutes.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Chris. I've been listening to the panel, and I'd like to add two things. First, one thing I think everybody's overlooking is that Black America is a trauma-based America. Like the things that we've been through since being transported over here to this northern land, um, chattel slavery, release from that. No, that was traumatizing. No treatment though. Then whole Jim Crow law, no treatment. How we were fucked over through the wars that we were sent to fight for freedoms that we were not allowed. That's trauma with no treatment. So now we got generation after generation of traumatized people raising people. So there's no way that they can raise them without also traumatizing them. So we got generations of trauma with no treatment. That's first of all. Second of all, about the comment about the responsibilities of the man and how the woman has disenfranchised the man, society is disenfranchised. I'm gonna be honest about that. Any problem in family problems or household problems or community problems starts with the men, period. Because the men are the stronger vessel, the men are the leaders, the men are naturally put in charge. We're the head, And the enemies of man don't attack the tail or the weaker vessel. They attack the head. So it's all about us not being on point as men. Everything going on in our community. The women don't have no, we can't blame it on the women. We can't blame it on society before we deal with ourselves first. And I feel like we got to get in the hood first. We got to police our communities. We got to run these. That way these brutal police don't need to be in our communities because we're policing our communities. That was a thing that used to take place. I'm 49 years old, so I can remember when we used to police our own communities and the police didn't need to be there. You know what I mean? That's all I wanted to say, y'all. Thanks.
Let me say something for y'all. I dropped out of school 15 years old on purpose. I seen the white tea people.
Hold on, Gorilla. It was MC Jeter and Shimmy supposed to open the open panel. They were trying to talk what Chris was talking. So I did tell them that they were able to open up the open panel and finish what they were saying. I apologize.
What I wanted to say is men are being excluded from their homes and all the women are going to work. Who's raising the children?
They raising themselves. The street.
That's what I was about to get to. You're right.
No one sees the setup in that. It's all a setup. We all been set up and bamboozled. We just can't see it.
We've been set up.
We all been set up. Of course.
I'm sorry. Shimmy. I don't want to interrupt, but Shimmy and Gorilla were in there.
Yeah,
Then
well,
I want to see if
we coming
Riri
to
and
open
Chocolate
panel.
have something to say after the twos. I want to make sure y'all get into.
Well,
Shimmy,
I
go
agree
ahead.
with Timmy.
There's no more
Well,
chastising in the house no more. Because what happens when you chastise your child? Diapers come in place. So there's a lot of things that's going on in the home that shouldn't be going on.
So here's a question that I have from these leaders on the panel. These black men on the panel who are leaders, right?
Absolutely.
Why are you planting your seed in something like Gorilla said? Why are you planting your seed in these women that aren't ready to be mothers, that aren't good women, that you don't even plan to marry? Why are you planting your seeds?
well, I married mine for 30-some years, so.
I said not you, because you had already mentioned that.
First of all,
So I knew it
can't
wasn't
no
you,
man
Gorilla.
plant a seed
It was
unless you
Joe.
open your leg.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that, MC. Don't do that. Don't do that because that ain't the point. That ain't the point.
They have the
I
power.
don't know.
They
Who
have
said
the
that?
power to say no.
MC, you're saying
Or
that?
let you in. Yes, I'm
Okay,
saying that.
it's MC. Taquar, it's MC who said that.
MC. Okay, bro. So we're gonna do accountability check. In this story that they call Adam and Eve, when the woman ate of the fruit, did the man have to? Did he have a decision? Did he have a choice he can make not to do it?
He knew not to.
Hey, Tops, I'm not to cut you off.
Tell Eve no, bro.
Tell Eve no.
That's your decision because you are the one who select a woman for you, bro. And if you telling me, man, you just so weak behind some coochie, you know what I'm saying? And you don't have no kind of dick discipline whatsoever, that if she offered to you, you just gonna take it. So I guess if a fat, nasty looking woman come up to you and want to give you something, you're gonna take it too, huh?
Hey,
So
gotta be truthful.
no, that I'm being truthful. So either you're the type of man that don't get no coochie except for one time in a year. You know what I'm saying? That you ain't turning down nothing but your collar. That's on us, bro. That's on us. You can't complain about who your baby mama is, man, when you laid down with the woman who had everybody in the hood. You can't be mad when you sit there and got the woman who called Debbie Does Dallas, you got her pregnant.
All right,
you can't be mad at it, bro.
It still goes back to having the power to keep her legs closed.
No, don't, bro, because you didn't have to lay with her. You didn't have to lay with her.
We
bro.
don't have to lay with anybody.
Exactly. You could have chose different. You could have chose better.
First of
You
all, I
seen
don't
who
have
she
any
was.
kids.
You ain't have to
problem-
lay. You ain't
the
have to
problem
pop.
is
You ain't
can
have to crack it just because she gave it to you. Just because it's on the table.
Can you till the land?
That's
Every
how you
piece of
get
stuff.
poison. That's how
Every
you
piece of
get poison.
stuff.
If you're gonna eat anything that's given to you, bro, that's how you get poison. You gotta be mindful of what you intake.
But I agree with MC. I agree that we as women we need to start closing our legs. I'm not disagreeing with him on that. So I do
No,
think
I'm
both have a.
disagreeing because I like sex.
I
So I'm
think.
not gonna say they need to close their legs. Like,
All right,
Can
all
y'all
right
need
I?
to
then.
May I
stop.
finish,
So you the one that's
Shimmy?
dropping the
Can I
babies off
finish?
and no.
May I
Here you
finish?
go.
May I finish, gentlemen? All I'm saying is we as women need to stop opening our legs because ultimately, the power is us. We control access to sex. I'm not disagreeing with that. But I'm referencing when men are leaders, why, as a leader, and I mentioned this when I first came on, decontrol is a part of being a leader. It just is. Because if you allow the D to control you, how can you be the leader of a wife and children when you're allowing a big booty to control your decision? I land.
Well,
So
that's why
put
I
your
was
finger in
saying it's
that
about the
soil.
love.
So put your finger in that soil so you can plant that seed. You gotta stop.
All right. Now, to answer your question, my son, he's 16. I only have one son. Okay. And that happened intentionally because I was with this woman for 5 years. She already had two. I really wasn't trying to have it. But with time, you understand what I'm saying? It happened. So, you know what I mean? It was her body, her choice.
Pregnancies don't just happen these days. They don't. They happen by
No.
choice.
What I'm telling you is I'm keeping it short. I'm not trying to give a whole elaborated drama story of my life and relationship. You understand what I'm saying? In a nutshell, I was with this woman for 5 years, so we ended up having a child. You understand what I'm saying? That's the gist of it. It wasn't like it was a one night stand. Okay. I tried to be with this woman to help her raise her kids, and in that, we ended up having one.
Like I said, pregnancies happen by choice. They don't just happen. We have too many forms of birth control for women. There's so many things that we have out there.
Shouldn't even put that
And
poison in your body.
if there's a pregnancy that happens, it's a choice. We know what
So
happens when you do what you do.
I'm not going to conversate with you like this shit just happened yesterday. This is 16 years ago. Okay. This is why I have one son right now, because I do understand the responsibility of birth control. Okay. This is why I keep condoms all the time. You understand what I'm saying?
At death, which involved a specific area of the night sky. The observation developed to include the stars of the constellation Cygnus. The belief that the Milky Way was the road or river to the afterlife. The mound builders done this. The Egyptians done this. Transformation of a human soul is one of the oldest fundamental beliefs of human cultures viewed this phenomenon the same way going back as far as 45,000 years. And they say it's originating in Asia. Cap, didn't originate in Asia. Why are American trees at the mound site in Asia? Therefore, it didn't start in Asia. It started in the southeast of America. Because where y'all find the mounds that are lined with Cygnus in China, in Asia, you got American Tupelo trees. You have the Tupelo tree. In China, the Tupelo tree is from the southeast of America. It's called the Nyssa, Nyssa tree. That is our damn tree. The tree grows from South Carolina to Louisiana. Stop playing. Let's keep going. That's our shit. Go Bekle Tepe. Aligned with Cygnus. Cygnus. Go Bekle Tepe. They say the oldest spot in Africa. That's our shit. The swan is right on the front of the motherfucker. Y'all stop playing. It's not y'all culture, right? Just hold on. That is astronomy on front of the Gobekli Tepe, y'all. It's exactly what that is. Now, what y'all think this is right here? Roll the coin. What y'all think this is? And there you have it. It's Cygnus. See, if you don't know what you're looking at, it'll tell you anything, right? As you can see, the bag of knowledge, the bag of seeds, Cygnus. You have the raptor and the Cygnus. Scorpios. Scorpios is under the horizon. So under the horizon, the Scorpion stars. So here's the horizon. Under the horizon, they put the Scorpion because the Scorpius stars are under the horizon. So they put the Scorpion right there, right? All this stuff makes sense. The vulture stone. Vulture stone is for the raptor, which is Aguila. Aguila. The first time I ever saw this alignment was in America. They could stop playing with mounds. Now, as you see, this is the Atlantean, because you see the bags up there bringing seed, I think. I think these are different seeds to plant in that area. Now, to study this stuff, you got to ask questions, right? So we brought seeds. Gobekli Tepe has agriculture. Watch this. Around it. I guarantee you it's. I guarantee you it's. Watch this. Findings indicate it was the cusp of the agricultural revolution. With evidence of heavy wind, grains, massive complex site was built before the. They say it's built for the adoption of farming, but they cap it. Why is the cusp of agricultural revolution started right there in that spot? It go together. Archaeologists found thousands of grinding tools for wild grains in that area. Roll the corn. Now, they can stop playing like ain't no agriculture out there. Stop it. They're trying to act like they're not the people who, these cultures are the people who built it. Now, he go a picture, they say, Gobekli Tepe. Look at the trees, the structures, all that. I guarantee you some of these trees out there match up with American trees. I guarantee you. I'm going to do some more research on it. We just getting started on Gobekli. I got to break Gobekli Tepe down because they're not going to tell you the whole truth. You got to do some research on it. Let's go here. Now, Cygnus was depicted as a bird on a pole in Gobekli Tepe megaliths in Turkey. Was built around, they say, 9500 BC. Gobekli Tepe aligns with Deneb, the brightest star in Cygnus. Interesting. All right. Now, they found vultures, cranes, ducks, carved depictions on the wall, just like over here, just like Egypt also. But let's keep going. I'm gonna do a whole nother live about that. Got to break that down a whole nother way. Let's go here. Now, watch this. Gobekli Tepe aligned with the nail, the brightest star of Cygnus. Then you got Avebury, Wayland Smithy, Callanish, and Newgrange in the UK, which are all aligned toward the setting of rising of stars in Cygnus. It's believed that the Great Pyramids of Egypt are aligned to Orion's belt, but Cygnus fits the alignment much better. Cygnus was a major influence on the design and orientation of sacred art architecture, including the megalithic structures of Europe, ancient mounds of the United States, and ancient temples in Mexico and Peru and India. Now, this is showing one bloodline moving around the world. It don't matter where it's at. That's what I keep trying to tell y'all. See, they didn't talk, they try to teach us that all these are different cultures. These Celtics, these Norse, these Egyptians, these Sumerians, them Indians, they're Peru. No. It goes back so far that these are the same bloodline of people moving around the world. Now, to study this, you got to find out who done this first to see where that culture comes from. Because this culture is the paleo pictograph language creators. This culture is the pyramid creator. This culture is the mound creator. This culture is the bird Duat afterlife creator. So when you find out where they originate from, now when you find Cygnus, you must find the oldest Cygnuses in the world. We all know they turned back the clock on America. They turned back the clock on America, right? When they say a mound 3,500 years old, that motherfucker might be 13,000 years. See, in America, they turned the clock back. In America, they're going to try to set the clock at Egypt. You set the clock at Egypt, 3,000 BC, 3,500 BC. Nothing could be older than that. They're going to set the clock at Egypt's timeline to keep you dumb, right? Because if you see this other stuff aligned just like Egypt, 8,000, 6,000, 5,000, 4,000 years older than Egypt, now you're going to get to thinking. So they give you the Egypt timeline and they give the world the rest of the timeline. They'll give Europe a bunch of time too because they want you to think the people are from Europe. So they'll say Gobekli Tepe 9,000 BC. They'll say shit like that, but they won't say that about America because they want to hide the original land of the people. Now look at all these different spots. Look at all these different spots. What is going on? Rotacon. Got to shut it down and bring it back. Now, look at all these different spots made around the world. These are the people who built the cultures in all of these places. Stop thinking the Moors done it. Stop thinking the European, the Romans, the Greeks. All these, stop thinking they done it. They learned from these people. That's why their symbolism is the same as the ancient culture symbolism. They come, when hunter-gatherers finally come around, we already got settlements on these lands. And they go to war with us and push us out of there and take our stuff. And now they acting like they are the royal bloodline. Do you get it? Let me give you an example. Newgrange in UK. The Moors came after us and pushed us out of there. Then they ran Newgrange. Then the hunter-gatherers come back, push the Moors out of Newgrange, but we was there first. Do you get it? So now the Moors are looking all cute and pretty with their little clothes on, eating fruit. They know knowledge that don't nobody know. They know knowledge that don't nobody know over there. Why? They mix with us. They learn from us. So when they run us off, they run the hunter-gatherers 800 years. And then they come back and snitch on us to the hunter-gatherers when the hunter-gatherers take over. They know the truth. Ancient Moors knew the truth. They knew that the best part of their bloodline came from us. All the knowledge came from us. So when the Christian church comes to smash them and push them out, what they do? Oh man, all that land to the west over there in America, they got everything. That's the promised land. Our ancestors already, the mixture of our ancestors already told us the promised land over there. The people who were here before our people was come from over there. That's where we going next. You get it? The Moors are selling our stuff to the whole land of Europe and Africa. They knew about the oranges and the lemons and the pineapples and they knew about that because they come from our culture mixing with theirs. So they used that information to run Europe and Africa, North Africa, people. They switch our languages, switch our teachings, switch the knowledge around. Them building was already built. They just happened to live there after us. The buildings was already built. And then, and I'm gonna keep it real, they still learned how to build structures from the bloodline of the half enlightened people that they mixed with. So they still were builders. That's true. But they wasn't taking no bath before we came. Y'all be teaching the Moors, taught white folks how to take baths. We taught them how to take baths. See, that's what you don't understand. We taught the white folks how to take. Who taught y'all, nigga? Y'all barbarians too. That's the part of history they don't want to teach you. Right? Go research it. Roll the coin. Let's keep going. Now, the Cygnus fits in alignment much better with Egypt, right? Including the megalithic structures of Europe, ancient mounds in the United States, and ancient temples in Mexico. Now, this is how you look at art, people. See, when you look at art, the regular mind don't see the connection with ancient culture. That's why I'm teaching this stuff, because when you see this stuff in real life now, you know where they get it from. Now look at this. They go to swan. Here go the boat. Swan, boat. Now what does this boat represent? See all the stars in the background? The boat is representing the same thing like the 9 Ennead of Egypt. The boat is representing an afterlife on the Milky Way. A boat represents the afterlife on the Milky Way. The swan represents Cygnus. This is just a hunter-gatherer version. You get it? It's just a hunter-gatherer version. The swan represents Cygnus. This represents going, the soul of the afterlife, going up the Milky Way on the boat. So you put the deceased knight in a boat on the soul, the solar boat with Cygnus, signifying going in the Cygnus way. This is how the Greek and the Rome and French take your ancient history and turn it into something new. To act like they created it, but they put their own spin on it. You get it? They put their own spin on it. Once they put their spin on it, don't think that's the true teaching and get to teaching this shit because it's not the true teaching. It's just a spin of what they learned from our culture. Let's keep going. Now watch this. The swan flying the souls of the dead beyond the horizon and up the Milky Way to the North Celestial Pole. Scandinavian epic depicts swans flying of souls dead beyond the horizon. Scandinavia, Valhalla was the destination of brave warriors who died in battle. Icelanders believed a swan was a supernatural entity that made an annual journey to Valhalla. The Druids believed the swan represented the soul and guided to the other world in the island of the dead in the Western Sea. In the Western Sea, just like the Egyptians talking about the West, swans were sacred to the bards, poetic storytellers who used their skin and feathers to make their ceremonial cloak. Massive feasts were held stone circles with the department of the migrational bird in the Proto-Indo-Europe. Swans were an ancient solar symbol associated. Right? Roll the coin. Swans. Swans were an ancient solar symbol associated with divine twins that became the Greek Castor and Pollux and the Rome Romulus and Remus. This includes the original Indo-European sun goddess, Sahol. Now, let me get a little deeper in that. Because people don't understand what I'm showing y'all. Every culture over there is getting this teaching from our ancient culture. They're just switching it around to their teaching. The same way the Bible, everything is created by them and you just reject it. But all they doing is putting a spin on ancient knowledge. Now, what did I teach y'all about Polaris in the middle of the sky, the 33rd parallel? You got 2 stars on both sides for the road, and this is the median of the road, Polaris. Now, to prove my point, in America, we got mound builders with 2 stars right here, and this a Polaris star with a check in the middle of their forehead. But if you don't know astrology, you don't know what you're looking at. You're looking at Betelgeuse and Regal and Polaris in the middle on the forehead of the mound builder. Now, this lets me know they know about Polaris. Because the Canis Minor in the middle of the head, Polaris star is right there. So if you following the 33rd parallel around the world, you follow Polaris, people, in between Betelgeuse and Regal. Mound builders on the Mississippi River got this shit on their face. It's on their face. Our ancestors got it on their face, people. That's how serious this shit was. That's why all the mounds in the southeast are on the 33rd parallel. Ottawa, Moundville, the mounds in Louisiana, Winterville. Now, this when you start to use your damn brain. Use your brain now. Okay. I told y'all the Phoenicians are the Sidonians, and they came from the Mississippi Delta. Y'all can stop playing, acting like they from over there. Now watch this. Tyree, Sidon. Watch this. Let's go look. Let's go look around. Because people out there don't understand what the fuck going on. Tyree and Sidon in the Mediterranean Sea. Southern Lebanon. Where is it at? Where that motherfucker sit at? Right there. This is why you call yourself a 33rd degree Mason. Because you know the ancient Timeri culture mapped out the 33rd parallel and put them damn mounds older than pyramids on the 33rd parallel. That is supreme knowledge. It ain't gonna get more supreme than that. Now, Sidon is the real name of the Phoenicians. The Sidonian is the real name of the Phoenician. Now, how can you connect Sidon on the 33rd parallel in the Mediterranean Sea? Let's go back over here. Sidon, Mississippi. Where is it at? Huh? Roll the card. Everybody never taught you this gangster shit. Y'all don't even understand it. You don't know the stars, you can't understand this shit. Roll the card. Now, truth now. If them people from over there, where are they ancient monuments at? Where they stuff at, truth? How you gonna prove that from Mississippi? Right here. This is how I'm prove it. Right here. Right goddamn here. That's how I'm prove right there. Winterville Mounds. 3 miles from Sidon, Mississippi. Mississippi Delta. Aligned with Cygnus. Stop playing. Stop playing. Then, Moundville, Alabama, 33rd parallel. Ottawa Mounds, 33rd parallel. Vicksburg, Mississippi, 33rd parallel. Mounds. Jackson, Mississippi, 33rd parallel. Mounds. Mounds going straight across the southeast in every state. Whoop. Somebody knew something about the 33rd parallel. Stone Mountain, 33rd parallel. You starting to figure it out now. Somebody in the southeast was divine. And I'm talking about the divinest motherfucker on the face of the earth at the time this stuff was built. Them your ancestors. This who became the melanated American Indians. Who else is gonna be? So now, when you tap back in, you're gonna start getting the downloads because you see what's going on. You tap back in, you're gonna start learning the truth now, right? My goddamn grandma and them born right on the 33rd parallel. It's some blood in these goddamn veins that came from them people. I don't give a fuck what Native Americans say, the government, African teachings, Tariq Nasheed, FBA niggas. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all talking about. The preacher, the rabbi, I don't give a damn what none of y'all talking about, bro. My people sitting right on the 33rd goddamn parallel. And they was never slaves. I don't know about nobody else people. My people were never slaves. I don't see a slave log on my people nowhere on my mama's side. Nowhere. So where they come from? Because if you're not a slave, how did you get to Timeri if you're supposed to be an African? It's a lie, people. They was there the whole time, and they are descendants from these people who built these goddamn mounds. The first indigenous people. It all makes sense now. These people built these mounds were agriculturalists. Why you think your grandmama and them ain't never been a slave and she can grow any damn crop she want to grow?